Hey everyone, I'm back to do another video today, and we have a ton of weather to talk about. It's a very stormy day here in the middle of the country, so let's get to it. Alright, so Yona. What is Yona? It is our actually next named winter storm. I know what you're probably thinking, like, why is there another winter storm named and everything? However, this winter storm is mainly comprised in the upper Midwest. So places in northern Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, going into the UP of Michigan. Winter Storm Yona is knocking on your door today, going into tomorrow morning and everything. So places like Minneapolis, Duluth, Green Bay, Marquette, Michigan, you're in the range of seeing anywhere between 6 to 12 plus inches of snow. Minneapolis, more of like about 5 to 8 inches. However, Duluth and the upper part of Michigan and everything, the UP of Michigan, expect to see like at least a foot to a foot and a half of fresh snow. And this is going to do a lot of record-breaking totals for parts of the UP of Michigan and Duluth and everything. So Duluth, I think you're like in 11th place right now for the snowiest winters on record. Well, after Winter Storm Yona puts down as much snow as she does and everything, basically you're going to be like in the top like 5 if you get like 10 or more inches of snow. You'll be in the top 5 snowiest winters on record and everything. So that's interesting. And then basically the storm system Yona will be moving northeast into Canada and everything. So we're going to have a lot warmer air push into the northeast. So the northeast is not going to see any snow from Yona, just basically the places of the western Great Lakes. So if you live in those areas, don't put away your shovels and your jackets just yet, because more snow is on the way. The other big story that we're watching, which happened yesterday, it's going to happen today, and it's going to happen tomorrow going into the weekend. More severe weather breaking out across the southern plains and the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys. So places from Dallas to Oklahoma City, eastern Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, including Kansas City, St. Louis going down into Little Rock, Memphis, places in southern Illinois, Indiana, western Kentucky today. You are in the line of some severe weather. This includes large hail damaging winds and tornadoes. We already had a lot of damage reported yesterday in some of the same areas. Today is going to be probably a little bit even more stormy, because of more instability in the atmosphere that is feeding some more of the supercell thunderstorms and producing more of the violent weather. So please keep tuned to the stations and everything if you live out in those areas for the severe weather. Now the whole system is going to be moving eastward, and that's also associated with Winter Storm Yona. And we are going to have the severe weather slide eastward into the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys come tomorrow. So if you live anywhere from, like, let's say Columbus, Ohio, going down into Lexington, and Bowling Green, Kentucky, going down into Nashville, then places in Mississippi and going into Alabama, you're going to see possibly some severe weather tomorrow, and that also includes hail, damaging winds, and an isolated chance of a tornado. So very, very stormy and active, as it usually is in this part of the country at this time of year. And just on a side note, today marks the 40th anniversary of the super outbreak of 1974. And basically that spawned an or not an EF5, an F5 tornado that killed a lot of people, created tons of damage and everything. So if you're around during 1974, you probably remember the super outbreak, just a tremendous amount of tornadoes that happened 40 years ago and everything. And unfortunately on the 40th anniversary today, we are seeing a lot of severe weather ramp up and everything. So not a good thing to deal with, especially since spring just pretty much started in the country and places are just starting to like blossom and everything. But then again, we do have the severe weather today going into tomorrow and possibly into Saturday and everything. The whole storm system moves eastward, so the mid-Atlantic, northeast, southeast, you're going to get into the rain action this weekend and everything. And temperatures are going to be marginal. I mean, 50s and 60s for the East Coast and everything. But in the more humid air where all the supercell thunderstorms and possible tornado will be probably in the 70s, 80s, and maybe some low 90s here in parts of southern Texas and everything. Yesterday, Laredo, Texas hit 100 degrees. So that's pretty impressive for the beginning of April. All right, so I promised all of you that I would be doing pretty much a movie list and everything. Well, I do know that I'm going to see Divergent this Friday, and then I'm going to see Captain America, which, by the way, opens up today at midnight. So a lot of places are doing that 10 p.m., 9 p.m. like special or whatever, and then obviously hits all the theaters tomorrow here in the U.S. Apparently, it ranked in a lot of money. I think $75 million overseas when it opened last week, pretty much in the European market and everything. I'm going to go see Captain America next week. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait. The Winter Soldier just looks so good. And then Rio 2 is coming out next week as well. So I saw the first Rio, and it was pretty funny. And the trailer for Rio 2 looks pretty interesting as well, so I'm going to have to check that out. And obviously, I haven't gone to see it yet, but Noah, obviously the biblical story of Noah and the huge flood and everything, with Russell Crowe. That is a pretty awesome movie from what I've read from reviews and from my other friends. So if you haven't seen that one, you should check that out as well. Alright, so please stay safe with all the severe weather. And until next time, remember to keep your eye to the sky.